Hey sports fans, how are you? Today we're going to talk about logarithms, also commonly referred to as logs. Logs and exponential functions are inverses of one another. So here we see an exponential function, y equals b to the x. So the base of the function is b, the exponent of the function is x, and the value that you get when you raise b to the x is our output or our y value. Now logarithms basically take these and undo them. Every exponential function has a logarithmic function associated with it. So the logarithmic function associated with this exponential function would be written like so. We'd write log, and then the base of the logarithm goes right here. It's what we call a subscript. Log base b of y is equal to x. A lot of times, not a lot of times, every time when I'm teaching logarithms, I kind of try to drill in the idea that a logarithm is an exponent. So if I'm looking for the log base b of y, then what I'm really wanting to know is what power do I raise b to in order to get y? So let's look at some examples. 2 to the 5th power is 32. So that's just an exponential expression that's true. 2 to the 5th power is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and that indeed is equal to 32. If you're not sure, get some friends, hold up your fingers, and see what happens. What we want to do next is let's take this exponential expression or equation and let's write it as a logarithm. Well, we're going to write log, and then the base of the logarithm is the base of the exponential expression. So the base of this expression is 2. So log base 2 of 32 is, and what we ask ourselves is, what power do I raise 2 to get 32? And as you can see from the exponential expression before, that would be 5. So that means that 2 to the 5th power is 32. So logarithmic functions and exponential functions are inverses of one another. They just kind of undo each other. So take a moment and see if you can write each one of these exponential equations as a logarithm. If you want to pause the video right here and see if you can make that happen, that'd be awesome. Here I go. This one is log base 3 of 9 equals 2. Remember, a logarithm is an exponent, so it's the exponent I raised 3 to get 9, and that's 2. This one is log base 1/3 of 1/27. So what power do I raise 1/3 to get 1/27? And that, my friends, is 3. And then this last one, log base 5 of the square root of 5. What power do I raise 5 to get square root of 5? Well, that's the 1/2 power. Now, the next thing I want to show you is some common errors that students make, mostly in just the way they write things. So to demonstrate this, I'm going to pretend that we're in elementary school. And in elementary school, you had these writing tablets that had these solid lines, and then there would be a dashed line, or at least back when I was a boy, there would be a dashed line kind of right about here. So when you're writing your logarithms, L, O, G, the base, whatever it happens to be, you want to write down below. So log base 3. Now this number that comes next is referred to as the argument. Log base 3 of 9. And so now we have our equal sign here. And what power do we raise 3 to get 9? Well, that would be 2. So the log, the 9, and the 2 are all kind of written on the same line, and the base is written as a subscript down below. Well, that's your introduction to logarithms.